Greetings, glorious comrades, and welcome to Workers and Resources. I'm in a great mood. Oh my god. I finally fixed my rail network. So a long time ago I mentioned how this circle would doom me. And every now and again, I think it may have even happened during a couple of episodes, like the rail network would just back up and the entire goddamn system would collapse. Now, I got frustrated at this and ended up designing out an entire goddamn waiting system that would create a giant queue that would prevent, the backlog from ever really being a problem, since there's only 8 vehicles. And then just at some point, it just finally clicked for me that I didn't need any of that. I just needed one solution, which was to have an in and an out track. That's it. And now the rail network runs flawlessly. It runs perfectly. Why? Because trains can only enter on this outer line. I've changed around the semaphores here, so this is in. And this is out. That's the one and only way out. Now there's a switch here, so it can go either way. It doesn't matter. It's fine. And by doing that, now basically any excess or backup is simply just stored in the train distribution office. And it will never cause a traffic jam. I'm an idiot. I can't believe I goddamn missed that. Then again, I guess nobody really commented on that either, so I shouldn't beat myself up too badly. It's not like anyone else had that solution for all of my goddamn traffic train problem bullcrap. Honestly, that has been driving me nuts. Just several times I have had to basically sit there and just constantly be telling trains to ignore red signals. And it was driving me batty. I sounded depressed as all hell last episode because I'd just gotten through a particularly bad bout of it. So I apologize. But holy crap, it works now. I've solved it. God, this is so sexy. Just a fleet of fire helicopters. Best thing ever. So the good news is, at least on paper, I can actually get this started. I do have the train platform. And I theoretically just purchase the train. You know what? Let's do it. Alright. Speed? Yeah, so... Nice. So the Chisses 2T 63E seems like it's the best. Oh, no. That has even more engine power. Although it's weirdly really long. Okay. Alright. One of these, please. Okay. And then passenger wagons, is it? Or no? I guess I can only... Right. I can only purchase locomotives there. I need to simply purchase the new vehicles here. Passenger wagons. So let's see. 24 meters. 55. Okay. So this is clearly the best in terms of density. Because they're all within a few meters of each other. The smallest difference here is effectively 10%. A little more than 1250. But we get nearly 25 to 30% more passengers from the next leading one. Alright. Works for me. So theoretically, realistically, what is my limit on length? And how many passengers do I realistically want to be bringing? 700 plus... let's see. Call that... Turn 60... plus like... I could bring 1,000 passengers. That would create a decently long train, though. That is probably fine. That is probably fine. So, 300? That should be just over 1,000 passengers, assuming I click 7 times. That's fine. Yep. Load. And go. But yeah, the train network now that ever since I demolished this tiny piece of rail as part of building up my gigantic, stupid, like train waiting area. Oh, it's just been running so buttery smooth. I'm really happy. You know, I finally dealt with what I think is a nightmare, or was a nightmare anyway. Collision. Oh no. As I continue to talk about. Okay. That was fine. The collision in question was, I think, the track builder, which is currently working in this area. And trying to get this system built. So there may be occasional notices like that, but it's all working as expected. I'm going to collect some more. So, with 6 of these, that comes out to be what, like 162? So we're a 182 meter long train. Yeah. That's a lot longer than any of the tracks, which makes me worried. But it's one of those, I have no idea how quickly they can load. They may be able to load extremely quickly even without there being like station space. Basically how this game works is you can load all the cars simultaneously that fit inside the station, but can only load one car at a time for all the cars that don't fit inside stations. I'll collect the final one. So this might be fine. It might not. This is kind of extremely experimental, if I'm going to be honest. I don't think ever have I tried moving people with trains. Like, this is actually new to me. I've done metros, but those are very different. Even if they are both basically trains on tracks, they operate under completely different rules. So, yeah, we're getting there. So, yeah. Alright. We've got the train at the last... Oh no, none of them, because I guess I only clicked 6 times. Honestly, that's fine. I'll take it. Three, 4, 5, 6. Not suitable as stop in route plan for selected vehicle. Hold on. Why not? Okay. I've never seen that error before, which is extraordinarily confusing, to say the least. Not suitable as stop in route plan for selected vehicle. Okay. So there exist also train sets. Unfortunately, none of them have particularly good speeds. Get 150 if I use fuel. So now I'm thinking I might have to use these. Then what would the purpose of these be? Unless they're for, I don't know. Transfer wouldn't even make sense either, because I could still theoretically be doing transfer at those stations. The game has no idea. Huh. Yeah, that is extremely strange. I don't know, let's buy one. See what the game says. Like, it just says locomotive, you know? It doesn't mention anything particularly fancy about it. Oh yeah, there you go. I wonder, just hypothetically. I was wondering if maybe it's because it, like, can't turn around. You know? Hang on, just need a... I just basically need a pretend railway track to confirm that theory, ideally. So, you know, you can now don't have to turn around. Nope. Okay. Unless it doesn't read the unbuilt track, but that would be a departure from how the rest of the game works, so I'm going to assume it does. Yeah. And actually I can confirm if it can or doesn't. Yeah. So it definitely can read the unbuilt track as this can now get there. Okay. So why it works the way it does, I don't know. Alright. Okay. Let's open this bad boy for business. You got a long way to go. And some of the people started leaving, so... Okay. It's gonna force to be waited. Yeah, it's certainly further. And the speed isn't as great as I was hoping. The speed certainly wasn't as great as I was hoping. Because they're only limited to 120. Unless... I feel like the call here is to actually go with diesel. Although, I don't know. Let's maybe investigate options. But after all, building all these connections to NATO. It seems like they don't have any train sets. That is unfortunate. Yeah, I'm mentally trying to think, like, how many of these am I gonna need? Is this gonna just claw? Has this entire thing been a folly? It might very well have been. No, it definitely isn't a folly. But it may only give me a marginal advantage, or even might be a disadvantage. And realistically, it doesn't matter what it does, because it's fixing a completely unrelated problem, you know? To the point that it really doesn't matter. So give me some line detail. Okay, so our average lap time sits around 275 seconds. So, everyone will wait for up to 1 minute. So that means I need 5 train sets on this line in order to ensure pickup every 60 seconds. Okay. So, given all of this new information and how this is all working, yeah, so there's the existence of the railway end station, which up until now I never really figured out what it was for. But I have now had my epiphany. And I can go, oh, that's what it's for. Okay, so dispatch a train every 50 seconds to the station at a bare minimum. Okay. Easier said than done, admittedly, but let's see what we can do. Yeah. Okay, well, I'll sign off on this, because I don't really have a choice. Ooh. Actually, I do have a choice, and I only just see it now. You know what I could put here? A railway construction office. Be fed by my own workers constantly. Okay. Idea just popped into my head. I'll explore that later. Maybe I want to explore it now? It seems like it would be solving some problems. Well, I guess it may still need other problems before it can be solved. Okay. Well, realistically, this plant isn't getting built, so let's toss this out. This was a long ago dream. And the dream of, like, a nuclear power plant isn't dead or anything, but it's definitely not going to be there. Especially now that I'm, you know, unlocking and harnessing trains. You know? Now I really have no reason to build it there. Okay, sign off on this. Oh God. Oh, there we are. Hey. Good. Done. Alright. But yeah, the train set is slowly but steadily delivering. And it seems kind of good. Like, it doesn't seem like it has any problems. But I want to examine this a little more closely. You know? It's fully loaded. So, type available. Yeah. Legitimately, I am considering a refueling station and using 150 kilometers an hour, so that way it doesn't hold up the cargo as much. Hold on, like... That's because these were all full, right? God, I hope so. Alright. So yeah, I don't know. It might be a good idea. Let me double check here. So 150 and engine power is 1,208 kilowatts. So same-ish engine power. It's also half the length. Oh yeah, it also only holds 130 passengers, okay. Yeah, I'm not convinced that that's good. Okay. I think the only thing I can really do is wait for this to be finished and then set up like 6 train sets. Ideally, I'd run this as a line, like a proper line, although that is likely to take a while. Because I need this to all be put in first. This stuff got built out completely. And then, you know, you can go drop everyone off here and then try and drop off the extra workers here. And then return. You know, exactly what you'd expect. So, it's tough to know for sure. We'll see. But, it looks good. At least. Once I accepted some flaws and that it wasn't going to be a magic bullet that solved all of the problems. It, however, is solving and helping solve important ones. Even if it isn't as good as I'd hoped it would be. 416, loaded and ready. I also kind of wanted to talk about expanding the NATO infrastructure some more. Because, like, we've got this, which is okay, but I would like more. I would like better. I mean, the most obvious place to kind of start is just building a tunnel. Now, I'll also need a bridge that can go over this. 77, yeah. So I'd want a beam bridge. But here's the trick. I want a beam bridge 30 meters off the ground. You know? That will allow ships to easily pass through it. Yeah, and then the angle of connection's too sharp. Alright. Definitely need some work, but I think we can do it. Struggles a little bit here. Good. Good. All right. So something like this would be very good to develop. Like I'll start the construction, the infrastructure, with the understanding that since it's not hooked up, it's not actually going to be built. Like this will keep this region open for shipping. Eventually, I swear, at some point I'm going to use ships. So, it would be significant faster. Overall, 10 out of 10. It's also kind of the direction I want to expand to, both because getting access to the NATO border I consider to be valuable, but also because we do have a decent-sized oil field up here, which opens up some interesting possibilities. All right. So, might be worthwhile exploring the opportunity of developing a bit more structure out here. Yeah. It's actually interesting because I noticed before when I was doing this area over here that we were delivering workers. So that's actually one of the reasons why I'm like, okay, maybe I can actually do this. Because this will probably require actual workers delivered. But we're getting to the point where we're delivering those workers. Oops. Well, I'm asphalting that road now. The hell have I selected asphalt? You know what? That's a hell of a lot. Good on me. I don't even know how I selected all that. Not sure I care. But yeah, no, screw it, let's go. Two back there is good, yeah. Because then might have to stick off. So like I said, we don't really have a ton of contact with NATO right now. Only occasionally to replace buses, but really not much beyond that. Which is fine. But yeah, if we can get this asphalted over, that, you know, gets us 110 kilometers speed limit, which is a pretty significant improvement over our 60, which, to be fair, was a significant improvement over our 35. And should help me not worry too much about delivering workers. Alright. Oh good, that's already built. The building's without a power supply. I don't think that actually matters. In theory, that would matter. Alright, higher priority, come on. Although I guess I've been marking everything as high priority, so nothing's high priority. Yeah. Oh no, that's actually maybe the only two things you had. Oh no, you're still just working on this. Yeah, that's fine. I'd appreciate it though if these were added to your list to do next. Alright. Or at some point soon anyway. Because yeah, while this is slowly shaping up into the first stop on the line, we still got a lot of work to do. Though I feel like we always gonna have work to do. Especially as I think more and more. And I think about the iron I know is trapped somewhere in these hills, I think. I swear there's iron in these hills. Oh. Sorry, wrong hills. Yeah, there are iron in the hills here. And I'm like, well, you know, maybe if the train made a stop there and then drove along here. I don't know, this is pretty high up and in pretty inhospitable terrain, so I'm pretty sure that's just a pipe dream. But you know what? A pipe dream every now and again is a good thing to have. Helps keep me sane. Helps keep me sane. But yeah, I like where things are going here as we continue. Yeah. Just keep on asphalting. We're gonna have a nice road. A nice, fully functioning highway. All the way up here. Alright. One of these days, actually, you know what? Trains make this a lot easier as well. Conceptually, just setting up a mining center here. Yeah, I can do that. The coal mine. Yeah, trains, I guess that's the thing. That's one of the reasons why my industry hasn't expanded anywhere near as much. And it's legitimately just because the traffic is too much of a problem. And I kind of keep forgetting that every so often, but I keep the imprint that I can't expand my industry in my brain. Oh no, why are you lost? Oh, because I've foolishly put semaphores where I shouldn't have, because you're kind of working right now. Honestly, I don't know what your problem is. I guess it's that... Alright. If I legalize passive... If I do that, it just gives up and goes home via teleport. Very well. Acceptable. But yeah, if I can get... Let's see, 275, how are we doing? 381. That's a much higher lap time. Here's the thing, though. In theory, I only need one... Well, no, I need two of these to arrive every 8 hours. Approximately one every 4. Pretty ideal. Yeah, we'll see. There's still a lot of math to do. Oh well, we'll get there eventually. With that in mind, though, the trains are coming together. Thank you everyone for watching. I don't know what the hell I'm doing with this. I don't even know what these are for anymore. Like, really? But why do cargo wagons or not cargo? Why do passenger wagons exist? It's actually kind of a good question. I know I really should be ending the episode, but I'm like just so perplexed that this was the answer. You know? It just leaves me with more questions. Leaves me with so many questions. I used like a large train station that has a station length of 100 meters. Yeah. I don't know, man. I do not know. Oh well. Thank you everyone for watching. I have been your Layers Killer. And I will see you guys next time. Take care, folks. Have a good night.